Hello YouTube, my name's Andy and I think it's time for a bit more silliness. I've been spending far too much time watching YouTube videos. One of the most recent ones I watched was called The Ultimate Pedalboard. Well, I thought I'd take that theme and run with it. So we're going to try a few effects, pedal effects on the Boss BR-800 and we're going to take it to the limit. If we call up the effects, I've created a few called Silly 1, Silly 2, Silly 3 and Silly 4. The effects we're going to look at are going to be modulation effects, and they're going to be tremolo, vibrato, flanger and phaser. Right, we're not mucking about here. We've gone for the full 100 on wave shape, rate and depth, and it sounds like this. Well, that's not the most musical noise in the world, is it? Let's face it. I think the problem here is that the rate is too high for us to be able to tell what's going on. So let's just play around with that. We slowed the rate right down to 30 and it sounds like this. I think I can tell what's happening here. I think what's happening is that the volume is going smoothly down and smoothly up all the way to 0 and all the way up to maximum in a very straightforward linear way. Now if we change the wave shape up as high as it'll go, we get this. Okay, onto vibrato. I've got the depth turned up to 100. But the rate is on 0. So what happens if we turn the rate up to 100? This is fun. Can't imagine too many songs wanting that effect. But if we just start a bit lower down the scale and see what we can do with this, it could be funny. Now for flanger and phaser, there are a couple of parameters. They're called E level and D level. So what I think happens with both of those is they add an effect on top of the direct sound. So you can determine how much effect to add and how much of the sound you want to just go straight through the flanger or through the phaser. For this particular exercise, I've got the E level up to 100 and the D level, that's the direct sound, to 0. Right, modulation for flanger has got rate, depth, manual and resonance. Here we are on 100 for all of those. This should be fun. Okay, right, let's turn the resonance down to 0. What does that do? Okay, right, let's say manual. What's manual? I'll have that down to 0 as well. Alright, depth. Let's turn that down to 0. I expect once we do this we'll end up with a fairly clean sound. Okay, rate down to 0, and let's put some resonance back in. I don't know what that's going to do. Oh! Here we go. Rate, depth and manual all on 0 and resonance on 100. I think I found a fairly unique sound, folks. Do you know that might actually work in a song? Phasers can be set to 4-stage, 8-stage, 12-stage or biphase. Sadly, I can't set this phaser to stun, otherwise I would do. Trust me on that. We're going with biphase, and I don't know, this is just the craziest of effects. How crazy is that? We've got rate, depth, manual, resonance and step rate to play with. Infinite possibilities. I don't think that's going to be useful in a song though.